a tragedy. So shoot for the stars. Our reach should exceed our grasp. Why else would there be a heaven? I'm quoting Browning when I say that, but how true it is. So make sure that as you make that maximum effort, that you've got a tremendous reach, that you set great goals, you dream great dreams. Most important. There's an old saying, if you don't stick your nose out, if you don't stick that nose out, you'll never win a close race. C-H-A-M-P. P is for priorities. You've got to have your priorities in the proper set. I don't know what your priorities are, but you show me any winner in life, they got everything lined up in their proper area of importance. At DeMatha, we used to tell our players, and Brendan will tell you this, because, in fact, he made the winning foul shots in the city title game. I think I'll mention that. In front of 12,500 people. He had his priorities in the right spot, right? But you got to have your priorities in the proper spot if you're going to be successful. We used to tell our players that we think that God should be first, that your family should be second, school and studies should be third, and then basketball number 4. We said if basketball is higher than 4, you're not going to make it in this program. We don't want any lower. Now, as you go along, your priorities will be adjusted. But I bet for everybody in this room, if we look back when things aren't going real good, we've kind of let our priorities get mixed up a little bit. Maybe number 1 slipped down to number 4, and number 3, which shouldn't be, slid up to number 1. So keep those priorities in great shape, and I think we'll all be in real good shape. So priorities, really, really important. There's an old saying, smile and the whole world smiles with you. Snore and you sleep alone. And I think that's true. So make sure as you set your priorities, you know where you're going to go. C-H-A-M-P, champ. Now there's another word, and it's chump. C-H-U-M-P. There's only one difference between champ and chump. That's you. That's me. That's all of us. And the beauty is we get to decide what we want to be, a champ or a chump. We get to make the call. And I kind of have a feeling that tonight I'm in a room full of champions. I congratulate you. I tell you to keep up the great work in every area you're going. I had a pleasure of talking to you. If we had chairs, I'd go longer. But God bless you. Have a phenomenal night. And oh, wait, Ireland, let me see if I remember one I just heard a little while ago. I think this is an old Irish ditty. Some sails draw east, the others draw west, and the same set sun winds that grow. But it's the set of the sails and not the gales that determine the way we go. So however we set our sails, that's how we'll go. God bless.
Thanks, Coach Wooten. And scholars, I would take that information and use it as you attack this next year of your life. I wish I had that 3 years ago, that same advice. Instead, I only could go off of what Gareth McGuire told me. So with that said, I'd like to welcome up to the stage our chairman of Sport Changes Life, Brendan Wooten, and son of Coach Wooten, and also CEO Gareth McGuire. So we're going to take a chance here to introduce our scholars. So once I call your name, please come up, shake the hands, and then exit the stage, please. Thank you. So first up, Caroline Murphy from New Jersey. She attended Gettysburg College, and she will be studying at the University of Ulster in Jordanstown. Next up, Ronnie Thomas from Virginia. He attended Bridgewater College and will be attending the University of Ulster at Jordanstown as well. Next up, Khalid Robinson from New York. He attended Fordham University and will be attending the University of Ulster as well in Jordanstown. Ryan Ansel from Pennsylvania went to Davidson College and will be attending the University of Ulster. Kelsey Harris from Elon University will be attending the University of Limerick. Jonathan Nelson attended the University of Dayton and will be attending the University of Limerick as well. Jonathan is our one soccer player. Next up, Nicole Cruzen from Loyola University. She will be attending NUI, National University of Ireland in Galway. Next up, Daryl Durham from Belmont Abbey. He'll be attending the National University of Ireland in Galway as well. Jessica Cosi from LaSalle University will be attending Institute of Technology in Carlow. Next up, Patrick Conahan from the University of Sciences. He will be attending Institute of Technology in Carlow. Next up, Jennifer Morabito from Canisius College will be attending Trinity College. Last but not least, Christine Ganser from Holy Cross. She will be attending Trinity College as well. So before handing the mic over to Gareth McGuire, who is with us tonight, I'd like to thank the event co-sponsors for helping fund this wonderful event, Francis McGorry from Coca-Cola and Maureen Ryan Fable from First Protocol. We'd also like to thank Alana Berry for her support throughout the planning process. Without them, this whole event would not be possible, so thank you all.
It's great when you're in a room, when you experience greatness. If you don't mind, give a big round of applause for Coach Wooten. It's you know, I was happy to stand there. I'm sure you would all have been happy to stand there. We would have been delighted to hear more, but absolutely fantastic. I've been told I'm not allowed to speak for any length of time. That's the rule. If all our Victory Scholars turn out as well as Daryl and the way he handled that tonight, we're doing a bloody good job. So give him a round of applause on that tonight. There's a lot of people in this room that I could thank. There's an incredible amount of people I could thank. You know, Fran, obviously, God love him, he's been tortured by me and he's going to continue to be tortured by me. But I'm going to pick out just a few, just for a very particular reason. I'm always going to thank Jim McLaughlin for making the phone call that he did that brought me to Philadelphia. He went out of his way, made a call. Just thank you very much. Where is he? You can't see him. He's hiding. He's always hiding. He hates me saying it, but he made a call that brought us to Philadelphia. There he is down there. It's not particularly, there's so many people. There's two people I want to thank tonight. Particularly when we were at lunch today, I listened to both of them talk about our foundation. And I say our foundation. It's not my foundation, it's our foundation. And it's our chair. And another person that I forgot to put on the list for Daryl in terms of is a board member from Northern Ireland, which is Suresh Dharma in terms of being here. So if we could give him a round of applause. This is the coincidence. Not only do I get to stay in Tom Brennan's house and torture he and his wife, I get to bring some of our board members from Northern Ireland and listen to Suresh and Brendan talk about our foundation, and I say our foundation about what we're trying to do. So it's not me talking anymore. I don't need to talk anymore. There's an army of people out there who are really trying to change lives and make really important things happen. Suresh has come onto our board. He's been involved in the outskirts. We came onto our board not so long ago. And today, he spoke about the foundation as though he's been involved with it for years. It was incredible listening to him. And it was overwhelming. I text my wife from the table and say, I wish you were here watching what's happening. We have two very senior, two excited people talking about us and listening to the stuff that we're telling them, and they're now our messengers. They're now the people who are driving our mission, and we couldn't ask for any more. So if you don't mind, to both of them, if you don't mind giving them a big round of applause, because they're really taking it to the next level. The reason why I say that is only so long people start to work me out that I'm a big spoofer, and they start to listen to people who really know what they're talking about. So I really appreciate that, guys, both of you. Finally, you know, what a wonderful place we're in. What a wonderful place we're in. And it's, for me, it's a pleasure to welcome these guys to Ireland. It's a pleasure, both north and south, in terms of actually working with young people and at different levels. Some will just be coaching basketball. Our scholars that are in the room that have already experienced this. Sarah, Jimmy. Jimmy's talking about his tie. I slept in his house. I stole his tie out of his house about 2 years ago, and he keeps asking for it back, and he's not getting it. Darryl even bought one that looks like it because he obviously liked it. The scholars here, on American terms, they really represent you in a phenomenal way when they're over there. They really do change lives. They really do change lives. They influence people in so many different ways. But what we hope is, when they leave Ireland and they come back, they're changed, they're stronger, they're much more mature, and they've had an experience that the conferences that have supported their nominations will be proud that they have represented you in the correct manner. Because I believe they are changing my life, they're changing many people's lives they engage with. Finally, thank you for coming tonight. Just want to point out one last thing. This lunatic and that lunatic drove 14 hours to be here tonight and are about to drive 14 hours back. And that in itself is a serious commitment to what this is all about. Thank you very much. I can feel Brendan telling me, get off the stage, McGuire, you've had your bit. Thank you very much to the conferences. Thank you all for being here, and hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Got to get some pictures with these guys, sir? Is that okay? Sure. Get you off here and then we'll get some pictures of you.